This conference will now be recorded.
See guys, I just worked on some end-to-end logistics project, okay? So where they need the models like this. There was some project, what happening was, okay, they need 5 models and logistics tender, logistics cost model, cost to serve, SNOP next, and these are five models and 5 data marks. Data marks means 5 final calculations. Okay, so so earlier days what you used to do was, okay, so for opco different country, so they are running in 70 countries. This company Heineken is running in 70 countries. From there, okay, now they're getting the data into HANA. From HANA they have to create these 5 reports. But earlier days the complexity were around earlier days this used to be like this. Okay, so now what we did, we just got it into HANA to these reports. This is how they need. Forget about this. This is not none of your business. So now what they need is they need a logistics models. Five calculation views they require, 5 major models. But actually HANA also goes for a layered modeling. HANA is also a layered modeling. Okay, but all the layers contains calculation views only. BW is a layered modeling, right? Data source, DSO, and info view. HANA guys, whenever you have the requirement, don't directly create one calculation view. You'll have 3 to 4 layers of calculation views. Okay, so generally 2 to 3 layers, and some companies has 2 layered modeling, some companies has 3 layered modeling. Anything is okay. I'll show you the 3 layered modeling HANA. Okay, for suppose guys, this is my HANA. First, this is the database where I have some A, B, C, D, F, G, H, 8 tables. These are tables under database. Okay, the first layer is simplification layer and తర్వాత harmonization layer. Then we have the business layers. The top layer is business layer. And the naming conventions differs from company to company. Each company uses different naming conventions. This is the naming convention used for Heineken. They go for 3-layer modeling. They are working in a 3-layer modeling. 3-layer modeling, and for suppose on each and every table they used to have a calculation. Simple. Every table, on top of every table will have one calculation. If it is a mass data table, we'll go with the dimension category. If it is a transaction data table, we'll go with cube without star. And then we'll create a calculation with what we say a projection and then aggregation. Projection and aggregation. I'll show you. So each and every model will have a okay. So simplification layer. So all the calculation is at simplification. And then on top of one table, I'm creating one calculation. Then the second layer is harmonization layer. So for suppose out of these 8 tables, some G and H are related to billing. So this is billing header table, this is billing item table. For suppose these two I'll combine and create a billing calculation. So for suppose these two are orders, they'll create orders. For suppose A, B, C are related to customers, so I'll take customer master. So B and D are related to sales, so I just take sales. Okay, so B and D. So I just, and on top of 2 to 3 tables, 3, 4 tables, we'll create a so one base. So billing views, orders view, shipping views, and one module okay, calculation is yes. Then the top one is final layer, business layers. And here we create the calculation views according to the report requirement. Here what we do, we create a calculation view according to the report requirement. So what is the final model they require? That's will be at the business layer. So until we create multiple calculation, we set harmonization layer and finally create a business layer. Okay. For suppose orders versus billing, can I combine customer orders, sales, and billing. All the four calculations I combine and create a final business layer view. And for sales orders also I combine sales and orders. These two I combine and create a sales orders calculation like that. Okay, so what is the use of a harmonization layer and a simplification? They just instead of creating 20 tables and 30 tables, you create one basic huge calculation view. So for suppose 5 tables are related to customer, you create customer calculation, then orders calculation, billing like that, and we combine these 4 to 5 and create a major calculation. And another usage of this harmonization layer is reusability. Reusability. So every time you need orders related calculation in the business layer, you no need to again join the tables in the business layer. For suppose you for every time you need orders, you need these tables. What are they? VBAK and VBAP. Am I correct? Sales order header, sales order item. So if you create simple one calculation combining these two, say everywhere you need orders, you can directly use it. Instead of taking both the tables again and joining them again in each and every calculation view, what happens? You can use the reusability of a what is the major usage of a harmonization layer is reusability, and you can use it in multiple business layer calculations. And by having the harmonization layer, you have three advantages. And first, your business layer looks not so complicated, organized. Okay, you can easily identify which module went wrong, and if something data is not popping up, okay, so which calculation is not popping in the data, or which joins. So less number of joins in the business layer calculation view. So it looks organized, debugging is easy, performance is improved. Second, by having the harmonization layer, so you can use the same calculation in multiple business layer calculations. Reusability. Okay, third internally, every module will have a simple, okay, calculation, organized calculation. So these are the three major advantages. So we always go for three layered and the simplification harmonization business layers. Some companies go for two layered up, there is no simplification layer. Harmonization business layers are for sure, and they are present for sure. Okay, so sometimes in some companies you don't have the simplification layers. But if they ask you, so how this HANA modeling work at it? So we have three-layered modeling: simplification layer, harmonization layer, and business layer. This is how you can say. Okay. So keep a heading called HANA layered modeling and composition. Earlier days, guys, we used to attribute analytic and calculation. We said three layers, but now all calculation. Guys, same like data source, data source, and info fusion. We have all calculation, and everything is virtual here. And the data is stored only in the table set because all calculations are virtual in nature. So this is how this layered modeling works. And so we generally we got a requirement for entire logistics to develop some five models, guys, some tender logistics, etc. What happened? Are you guys all laughing? Hmm? Okay. It is a okay. So we need 5 business models. For 5 business models, we identified harmonization layer need these data models. Okay, to design those 5 models, we need these almost something like 13 models we have. So this is like a harmonization layer model, and this harmonization layer model, okay, is should be created on these tables, and this is should be created on this table. Guys, we got this requirement from a functional guy. Okay, so and because guys, they need 5 models, and that's all related to supply chain. Okay, so we can't directly go and identify what's the fields needed for which tables. Okay, so then what they did was, okay, they need, okay, to create these 5 models, they said that, okay, first we need primary logistics, secondary logistics, delivery ID. So these are the harmonization layer views we created. This was identified by me only. Okay, and from primary logistics data, how many tables you have to take? KNA1 table, LIKP table, LIPS table, MARA table. These are the tables needed, and from this table we have to take 2 columns. That's it. Only we need these many columns from each and every table into outputs. Okay, so this is the different models we have to create, and these are the tables we have to use. Okay, so this is the requirement, and so we made a template out of that requirement. That's a project. So we need 5 business models. For creating 5 business models, okay, so one, we need these many harmonization layer, 13 harmonization layer calculation views, and those 13 harmonization layer calculation views are created on these tables. These are the tables needed for this. These are the tables needed. Now you can see KNA1 table. Here you can see the KNA1. So, the same table might be repeated in multiple things, right? So total, here you see LIKP table. Here also you see LI. See how many times you see the LIKP table, right? And one table is present in multiple harmonization layer views. So, but we write it only once. And in LIKP table, here I need 2 columns. Here 2, 4, here 3, 7. Okay. Here 1, 8, 2, 10. Total 10 columns we needed. So that's why you can see after LIKP you see 10 columns. Sometimes if you see VTTK, and from VTTK you need 11, 13, 13 plus 11, 24, 24 plus 2, 26, 28, 32. 32 columns we needed from VTTK. Here you can see how many columns total needed. Total 173 columns needed. 32 columns, maybe same column might be repeated multiple times also. Okay, and this is like a consolidation. These are all formulas on based on this count. We take this count. So total 173 columns needed in all the 13 data models. So these are the tables. Okay, it's clear now. Is it clear? So in the summary, all you can see, okay, these are the models required, and these are the tables that has to be presented for the model. This was the graph. This was the sheet given to the. This was sheet given to me, and so to develop these models. So now our agenda is to create these 13 models. Okay. So and I generally I worked on the requirement part also. I worked with the supply chain guy. Okay, because I generally work like an architect plus developer combination. And I only take the requirement, I only analyze it, I only develop it. Sometimes what we do is we analyze and we give it to the developer for development part. Okay. First, what we did, okay, we understood, okay, so this is the requirement. We need 5 business models. For 5 business models, what sub models we need? 13 models. And each sub model, what are the tables, what are the columns? So this is what given from the. I spoke with supply chain guy, so he given all the data to me. Okay, now our agenda is first create. How many simplification views you have to create? Total count is 20 tables in 9 months. The blank, this is the total 19 tables we have. And first we have to replicate all these 19 tables into HANA system using SLD. First step 1 is replicate all these tables into HANA system using SLD. Then second step is create 19 simplification views. Create, and then on each and every table we need one simplification layer calculation. Then step 3 is create 13 second layer harmonization layer calculations. Then step 4 is create 5 business layer calculations, and dividing it into 4 steps. So guys, we don't have the business layer requirement. You don't understand it, and I'm not giving them. Our agenda is to complete the first 3 steps. Okay, replication of tables, creation of simplification layer models, and then creation of harmonization layer data models. Okay, yeah, getting it. So guys, I'm going to distribute each and every one model to each and every one guy, so you have to develop it. Okay, I'll do it one as sample. Remaining 12 I'll distribute. Okay. So, but what columns you needed from each table? Now the question is, okay, first of all, I take secondary logistics as examples. LIKP I need 2 columns. VTTK I need 11 columns. VTTS I need 8 columns. So where you can find them at go to the not primary logistics. Go to the total tab. Go to the total tab. Total tab low. So what data type you are working with? Secondary logistics. Sorry. Go to the second tab for total tab. Here in the filter. Filter campaign select order, remove it. I think. Secondary logistics. Select that, please. Select your data type. Filter your data with Excel worker. Okay. So then in V column C D E F G H I J K L M N P. Then go to the column called P. Okay. So this P column contains all the tables, and from this table what columns they needed. Then first you select the data type as secondary logistics. Then okay, now we want to know which columns I needed from LKMP, right? Sorry. So now in the SAP table in the P, let's take it as LKMP. So from LKMP, 2 times same field name, and I need only one field, frankly. Then next VTTK. So what columns you needed from VTTK? I need these columns. So when you take this, when you're creating a harmonization layer, you have to take these columns. Okay, getting it right? So what columns we needed from different tables? Okay, in the summary overview, you have the data type and what tables we needed. In the second tab, total tab, where first thing is you please completely choose your data type first. Okay, guys, these filters are very important, and sometimes also you might say that, sir, I'm not finding my data type and everything. Guys, that means you're doing something wrong in the filter. Don't. I seriously say to the people, and generally IT needs lot of patience. Something went wrong, you should analyze it. But here the people, if they don't analyze that, they straight away come to me saying that Excel is not showing my data type. Excel is not showing my tables. Please, and Excel has no no enmity with you. Okay, you both are not enemies. It be the same for everyone. So you take a mistake on the filters, and you are no, and you don't even have the time to analyze what went wrong. Okay. Okay, guys, here you're seeing only 5 and 5. Why are you seeing only 5? Because guys, here you applied. So okay, but suppose I given you from ship from something like then you have, I want to see the delivery ID. Do you see the delivery ID here? The data type, you don't see the delivery ID. Okay, you come to me saying that, sir, I'm not seeing the delivery ID. Guys, means you have to clear out the filters. So guys, if you see the filter option here, that means there is a filter applied. So in this case, what you do is you take first select all. Okay, then you go to each and every column, and do you have any filters? Let's search for the columns where you have any filters. Here you can say filter symbol. Guys, as you filtered out VTTK, that's why it shows only the data types where VTTK is present. If you're not seeing all data types, and guys, that means you filtered out something else. So please, and don't come to me, because I given the same project to the last batch. So I faced a hell lot of issues with them. They're not even going to the filters. They're not taking out the filters and coming to me saying that, sir, my data type is not showing in. I've seen from 10 people. I given this requirement to 15 people. 10 people came to me like this. And they don't even care to see that. Please, I'm not gonna okay, encourage these kind of things for sure, especially in your batch, because I'm having some confidence on your batch. If you come up with this silly kind of things to me, and it will lead a heavy wrong impression on you. So please analyze. Please one thing. Please have a patience. See what went wrong. Okay, some filter is applied, then only you don't see all the data types. So first, once I give you the Excel, I try to give the Excel without any filters. So then you keep a filter on data type, and then keep a filters on tables. Clear? Table in online.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what we're gonna do is today, because guys, we're getting from tomorrow we have almost like 6 to 7 days of holidays, right? So what I do is I'll try to create one model out of 13. I'll pick one and I'll create one, and remaining 12 I'll distribute, and everyone will get 1 or 2. If it is complicated, you get 1. If it is not complicated, you get 2. It doesn't mean that you are not supposed to work on other models. You suppose you work on other models also. What's a big deal? Okay, because you create your own packages. Okay, you create your own packages, right? Everyone has the different packages. So everyone has a different simplification layers. Everything is virtual, and so no, even if you create the same model 10 times also, it's not going to affect the system, because everything is virtual here. System. Hello. 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 Okay, clear? So, and guys, now the question is, how do you know the relationship between these tables? You don't know. If you didn't ask me the biggest question, sir, how I'm going to join these tables? I don't have the idea on functionality. Am I correct? You should ask me that question first. So, guys, here for that, I give you some docs. Every transaction model, I prepared something here for data model. These are mass data models, guys. If you see anything like MD, that's mass data model. Here, guys, this is transaction data model. This is transaction data. Ante these three calculations you create with Q with star join. Order line ID, transaction data model. First four are transaction data. After this, wherever you see MD, that means it's a mass data model. And you have to create calculation with dimension category. Ante which you have to create like an attribute view. The first four should be created Q without star join. There is no star join here. First four create like Q without star join. The rest all are MD, all are mass data. So remaining 9 are mass data models. 4 transaction data models and remaining 9 are mass data models. And you have to create with dimension category. Don't forget that. So for this, what I have is, so for data models and for every, here you can see, for shift from, where is the shift from? Yeah. Shift from is created on how many tables? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables. So how to join them? So first you take a projection where you join LIKP with LIPS. Where LIKP dot Veblen column will be linked with LIPS dot Veblen column. Okay, join condition also given. Then these two has to be joined with, okay, these two are joined here, right? And these two tables will be joined with LFA1, where LIKP dot LIFNR will be linked with LFA1 dot LFNR. Guys, though you take Veblen from both the tables, and here what I mentioned, okay, take after that, if Veblen is present in both the tables, take it from only single table. So again, LIKP dot LIFNR is equals to LFA1 dot LIFNR. Okay, for suppose guys, from LIKP I need only 2 columns. Don't take only 2 columns, guys. You have to take the Veblen column also, because you have to join it at the next level. Again, you have to take the LIFNR column also, because you have to join at the 3rd level. Don't forget that when you see this model. Okay, you see from LIKP, what are the things I taken? Okay, what are the things I selected here at the join level? So these all things has to be selected at the table. Even if you miss out also, it's okay, fine. Again, you go back to the projection you selected, it will be available at the next levels. Even if you miss out also, it's not a big deal. For suppose here you missed out something in this join, so here you select it, so it will be available in join. Here also you select it, then it will be available for the next one. It's okay. Even if you miss out also, that's not a big problem. Okay, it's just a bit extra work. So I think it gives you the more analysis, so now your brain will start working. Okay, so and here you see a table in orange color, means this table is not required. Actually, this table is not present in the requirement. Okay, so what tables we needed? LIKP, LIPS, LFA1, VTTK, TTDS, VFKP. Avuna? These 6 columns only we need. Do we need VTTP column? Do you see any VTTP column here? But still I use VTTP column because, guys, okay, these 3 tables has joins, these 3 tables has join, but there is no join present between these 6 tables. So to join that, I taken one extra table, VTTP table. Okay, because guys, this VTTP table has common column with LFA1, and this VTTP table has common column with VTTP. Like a bridge. So when you take the VTTP table, you take only LFNR, sorry, Veblen, because you are connecting LIPS Veblen with VTTP Veblen. Also, you take from VTTP, you take only TKNM, because this VTTP TKNM is connected with VTTP TKNM. The orange table means it's like a bridge table. And guys, to understand this joins, you need the functionality. You should have some knowledge on, not even knowledge, at least you should have some thing to analysis. Guys, if you work on this table, you can identify the common columns, Okay, if you read out some documents on SD, you'll get an understanding on this tables for sure. Even I have 0 knowledge on SD. So what do you do? In this case, we did some analysis of it to identify the joint condition. Okay. That is first we draw like this. Check that any requirement you get 80% of the time we take it in analysis, design. Once design is ready, level guys, creating this is not a big deal. Within one day we can create all the models, 30 models in one day itself. Once design is ready. But to make the design, we need to take this is a bit simple requirement only. We hardly take 3 to 4 days to design it. Okay. So guys, you see these models like this, you have to create like this. But every time you don't find these many. Here you can see 2 columns for join. Okay. But guys, here though I given only one join and MA and DT is always mandatory. Client to client join is mandatory. I didn't write because it's everywhere common. It's common everywhere. And one more thing you have to be very careful is guys, here though you're joining with Veblen to Veblen, but in the join take only from one table. Because you find the same Veblen column, same MA and DT column both the times. General what I used to do, I used to take it from single table. Don't complicate the things. Take it from any table, it's fine because you're going with any enemy in that join. But if you're having the same column coming from 2 tables at the join level, when you're selecting the columns, take it from single table, please. So, and the 3 things you have to be very careful. And when you're taking the columns from the table, not only the required columns given in the Excel sheet, also the columns which are used for joining has to be taken. That's one thing. Keep it in brain. Second thing, MANDT join is always mandatory. Third, so as you have the same call, you're going to join at the two tables. When you're taking the columns in the output, take only the common calls from single table. Don't confuse yourself. If you follow this is like a thumb rule. Thumb rule and not mandatory to be followed, but still we follow it. Okay, it's an ideal way of designing the things. Okay, the best practice system. So the same way here you can say these are the join conditions. Given you proper join conditions, guys, not all models are complicated. This is a heavy complicated model, but this is it's a bit simple. This is even simpler. 3 tables, that's it. This is only 2 tables. This is bit here, but here you have to use left order joins. Given clearly region here also left order joins. So how many models? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 models we have. 6 models are. One, ship from, ship to, supplier, plant, product, region. Ship from, ship to, supplier. Okay, vehicle I didn't give it. Vehicle, if you have someone, I'm giving you this like an activity. If you have the knowledge, you do it. You identify the joints on your own. This is even bigger thing. Product I given. Region was there. This was there. Product was there. Vehicle I didn't give. Immediate source mass data I didn't give. This is like join to Mara and VTTS. If you don't identify join, you can just go for it. And opco MD I didn't give because that contains only one table. This contains only one table. So there is no point of joining this one. So given almost how many models we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 models. Out of 9, 6 models are given. One model contain only one table, so 7 models are 2 models I didn't give it. Okay, and for transaction data 4 models. I given you the joint condition for delivery ID, order line ID, secondary logistics. This is step by step. So I given 3 things. Primary logistics, leave it off because it contains a heavy join logic. Let's leave it off. Primary logistics. Remaining 3, I given it. Okay, total I have out of 13 models, 10 models are given to you. 1 model, leave it off primary logistics. Remaining 2, if you have the time, you identify the join conditions and do it for yourselves. In the primary logistics, I just make it in something in red, which were not given to you. Okay. Then vehicle MD and intermediate source. Except now you have the relationships, tables, everything else with you. So I'm going to send you these 3 Excels, and one Excel contains the summary, and the second tab, total tab, contains the data type, the tables, and their columns from this. Okay, that's the first Excel. Second Excel contains the logics for. Second Excel contains the logics for mass data models, 6 mass data models. I'll do one thing. I'll make it in one Excel sheet. Copy. Edit in single thing, right? total, how many models we have? 1, 2, 3, 9, 3, from 6. Second was total 9 models you can see here. And one is up to empty one 10. So 10 models you have. If you can, you can work on this 10 models. Let's save this first. Okay, let me remove all the filters first. Do we have any filter here? No filters. No filters are applied, right? Okay. Let's save this. Summary overview also. Okay, save. Right. So I'll send you these two files now. Please complete these 10 models independently. If you want, you can do it independently, 10 models. Or if you want to do it only 2 or 3, it's up to you. Okay. So in your package, create a sub package in first. Simplification layer views. Okay. Create a sub package, simplification layer views. In that, okay, mass data views, transaction, and the sub package. And if suppose you created a package called something like Niranjan. So your name, you created a package on your name, Niranjan. Then you create simplification layer, one sub package, and harmonization layers, second sub package. In the simplification layer again, mass data tables or mass data views, transaction data views. So mass tables so out of which mass data tables are here. I'll give you the list. Out of 19 tables we have. So what are the mass data tables? You search it in Google and KN1 customer margin. Seeing the description itself, you can identify what's the table. Here, this is a mass data table. KN1 mass data, KNVV mass data, LFA1 mass data. First four are mass data. LIKP, LIPS transaction data. MARA mass data, MARC mass data, MARM mass data, MVK mass data, T001 mass data, TTDS. I'm not sure. You have to check. VBAK, VFK, all V tables are transaction data tables. All V tables are transaction data in general. Okay, VFKK, all are transaction data tables only. So when you create simplification calculation view for VBAK, you create a queue without starter. When you create calculation view for MARA table, you create with dimension category. Or you see the table description, you search it in Google, MARA. Simple, and you don't need to do anything at all. Simply say MARA. You have a T code search filter, which will give you the tables and the descriptions. Okay. So what is saying? So general middle data, table and information. Actually, it's only mass data table. What is the middle mass data table? There is a thing called table search under the T code search. There is a website called something. T code search. So you have SAP tables. Here you give the table name, something like number. That's less. If you just log into this and you'll automatically. Why it's showing like this? There are a lot of websites, and so we can plan most lot of websites. Okay, here you can see. Okay, general material data. Okay, that's a transparent table. Delivery class. Yeah. ఇట్లా కాదు ఇలా కొట్టండి లేదంటే is mass data table. You'll see search like this. Not identifying the proper website. Here you can say MAR is SAP mass data table for material. It's like generally you see it in different things. Okay, so a lot of websites. You search it whether it's a mass data. I'm saying it right. Most of the cases, LIKP, LIPS, and V tables. These all are transaction data tables. Okay, TTDS. I'm not sure. You have to check. Remaining all are master only. First one KNA1, KNVV, LFA1, MARA, MARC, and MARM, MVK. These all are master data tables only. LIKP, LIPS, and V tables are transaction. TTDS you have to check. That's it. Okay, clear? So what you do is you create a package, sub-package, harmonization layer, sorry, simplification layer. In that mass data views, transaction data. Within the mass data views, so for suppose you have 10 mass data tables and you create 10 calculation views on each and every table, and 9 transaction tables, you create 9 calculation views on this one. Then using the simplification views again, go to the second package. What is that? Harmonization layer. The harmonization layer again, mass data model, transaction data model, ship from ship to this all comes into mass data model, delivery line, order line, and this those 3 models you create in transaction data model. Suddenly you'll have 10 models. Okay, at the first package, 2 sub packages. So one is simplification layer, second one is harmonization. In simplification again, 2 sub packages. Harmonization again, 2 sub packages. Okay, so with that, so that you have your entire project at one place. So you have almost 6 days of time. You can utilize those 6 days and start creating this. Okay, will you do it? Transaction data views cube with star without star join, mass data use dimension category. Clear people in online? You guys gonna do this? Hari, Manisha, Suresh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So this is like some project work, and guys, these are real-time requirements. These are not a normal requirement, ordinary requirement. But it's a simpler. It's not highly complicated requirements. It's a normal requirement. And then 11 people in anyone left out. Is not done. Okay.
So when is our
SAP.
next class then?
So next class is on 17th or 18th, and we'll let you know.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the okay. Right. So if you have some time and on top of this transaction data models, you create this business objects reports also if you have that knowledge. It's up to you. Otherwise, once I'm back, I'll create it. I'll create the reports on top of this HANA models. Okay. Sneha, you know how to consume HANA model into your top. If you have an idea, you just teach them. So now you want me to create one, or you don't want? You want to try it on your own? Or you want me to try once? Tell me. All on your own? Sure. Let me do one thing. I'll pick a very small thing. I'm not going to drive a huge model. Getting now, Hannah? Still can discover ECC, right? Okay, let me pick one model first. Okay, I take very small thing, secondary logistics, where I have only three tables: LIKP, VTTK, VTTS, very small stuff. Okay, let's open the data models first. LIKP and VTTK, VTTS has nothing in common, so I used VTTP. So I need total 4 columns, 4 tables: LIKP, VTTP, VTTK, VTTS. Let's see whether you have these tables using SLT or not. If you haven't, don't replicate again, and please, if you have it, use it straight away. LIKP, I guess it's there. LIKP is also not there, right? LFPS is there. VTTP, VTTP is there. VTTK, VTTS. VTTK, VTTS, both are not there, right? So I need 3 tables: LIKP, VTTK, VTTS. Let's go search for review. SAP HANA. I'm not sure. ECC is not working. ECC is working, right? VW is not working. ECC is working, you get the data. If ECC is not working, you don't get as a data from SAP. So why is it very slow? Let's load some 3 tables. VTTK and VTTS, and I'm loading up 3 tables. Stop. I want to stop some replications. Okay, let's wait for a few minutes. If these three tables will be replicated, once they are replicated, guys, if SLT not working, what option you have? PODS. Don't make any choices and get the table as it is. Select all the columns from the table, create a template table, and get it, whatever it is. Whether if SLT not working, you have the option of PODS. You have a lot of time in it, so you can use the PODS options. You the first prefer to say SLT, if SLT not working, watch. Yeah, here LIKP is created. Maybe data loading might take some time. VTTK and VTTS are also created. I guess SLT working continuously from 1 month, then it's a miracle for us. Okay, now you have all the 4 tables replicated. Step 1 is done. Let's create a simplification layer. Step 2. Okay, let's refresh once. Still the load is in schedule. Data was not yet loaded. Okay, in the meantime, let me create the simplification layer use. So let's say under HANA 50. So let's create as a package. Want everything at one place, and so I just say HANA 50 and E2E logistics. I created a sub package in HANA 50. Named it logistics. Create a new package. Simplification. Or I say basic model. Something data much. I created 2. I take simplification layer views in this and harmonization layer views in data. So in the basic model, let's create right click. Let's create a new. Guys, all the 4 tables were transaction tables. VTTK, I know that. 3 are V tables and 1 is LIKP. LIKP is anyway transaction. So let's create all 4 transactions. Let's create a new calculation here. So zcal underscore li simplification layer కాబట్టి simplification SL underscore v sorry LIKP. What is the description of your LIKP table? You give the same description. LIKP table is I guess sales delivery header table. Sales delivery header data. It's a transaction table. So I go with Q without star. Let's say finish. Let's take a projection now. Take a projection as sometimes if refresh gets stuck, cancel it again, search it. like AB. Okay, and then I hang it up. Now let's select, don't make any changes at all. Select add all to outputs. In the simplification layer, simply create it like a table structure. Don't make any changes. So select the table. Don't keep any filters. Don't take any change. Just make it as it is. Sometimes the users and they want to see the table data. We cannot give the end user the access to the table. What do we give? We give them the access to the simplification layer. So auto layout, aggregation. Let's say right click. Let's say add all to output. Go for assign nothing to do. View properties, same queue, cross client. That's it, only change. Hierarchy is nothing. Don't give any variables, no input parameters, nothing. Don't make any changes at all. So I have one basic layer calculation created. What's the next? Let's do it for VT TPR. Okay, Z underscore simplification layer underscore VTTP. What is VTTP description? Shipment item data. Huh? That's it. That is also queue without star join. Let's take a projection. Let's say VTTP. Very few columns. Add all to output. The layout. Right click. Right click. Add all to output. Or assign. Lost. Activate. This time an error. This has no measure and you cannot create a queue view without a measure. So in that case, what we do? Let's take. You can change it to switch to projection. Now it's dimension. I guess it's a shipment and else it's transaction data, mass data table. What's the next step? Let's right click. Let's create new one. See cal underscore VT TK without star join. So what is the description of VTTK? Check once please. Search for VTTK table. Right click. Let's add all to output. Shipment header. Auto assign. Do you have any measures? Yeah, we do. It's okay. So the view properties, guys, if you didn't give the description, you can change it here. What is that? Shipment header. Shipment header data. Let's make it as a cross client. Let's activate. So total we created 3. Got end. What is the fourth one? PTTS. Let's create new. C cal underscore VTTS. What is the description of VTTS? Check it, please. You don't do it in this hurry. Okay. I want it to be done quickly. So VTTS. What is that? You should have at least one measuring. Cube kill the 100%. You should have at least one measure. That's the status. So now let's say. So I created now. We replicated the 4 tables required. We created simplification layer for all the 4 tables. So if you see the data preview, you can see that whether you want to see whether you have the data or not. VTTK, right click. Let's go for data preview of your calculation. If you're seeing the data preview, that means you got the data from SAP. Raw data. Yeah, you have the data. VTTP, right click. Let's check the data priorly. So you have the data. VTTS. Guys, sometimes only your joins might not give you the data. Sometimes you don't get the outputs also, but if you create it perfectly fine. Maybe that might be the case. There is no common data with the columns you join sometimes. Like AP. Export its preview. So all the 4 tables have data. Super. So 2 steps were done. So let's go for the third step. Let's create a data match. Just give me a minute. Okay. Just give me some 2 minutes. I need a break. So I come back and create this data mod for you. Clear, right, so far? Suresh, Hari, Manisha.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, super. Okay. So let's create harmonization layer, right? What is the secondary logistics? Huh? Hmm? Same cube without star, right? Transaction at the bottom right. So let's take projection. So now here you take calculation and you don't take the payout. You take this use simplification layer under harmonization layer. Harmonization layer under business layers. Uh, not coming. Are we connecting to the right server or the right? Guys, wait for a few minutes and then open అయిపోతుంది. వాళ్ళు ఏమైనా రీసెర్చ్ చేస్తారు. ఆ 10 minutes వచ్చింది కూడా కంప్లీట్. అది సంబంధంలో ఉంటుంది. Guys, it's not opening. Please wait for 5 minutes and we'll complete this at any cost today. Can we leave?
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, now let's create a final data merge. For a secondary logistics, right? Let's join LIKP and first BT TP table. So in the projection, let's drag and drop this calculation view, or you can search it also. Search with this calculation unit. Okay. So what columns are needed from LIKP table? First, client is mandatory. And here, what columns are needed from LIKP? VBLEM. Am I correct? There is no other column. So weblam for joining. For joining, I need these two columns. Next, I'll go to the sheet. Common data template. Go to the total. So the data type I pick it is my data type. What is that? Secondary logistics data. Then what is the column? MNOP. Here P column. SAP table. So in that I just take the table called LIKP. What column I need? BT, GE, AA. Let's go search for your column BT, GE, W. If you get it, let me know. BT, GE, W. Here, total weights. So I select that column, total weights, and weight unit also, because this total weight is measured in terms of weight units. If you're taking the measure, well, you have to select the units also. Now, okay, I selected the required columns. Now, let's go to the projection. So this projection one, I just take it as rename like AP, something like so underscore like AP. Okay, so projection 2, what is the table? VT TP. VT what columns I need? Weblan for joining this, and then again here also VT what do you need extra? TK and UM for joining at the next slide. Here, do you have any VTTP? No, nothing. Only 2 columns I needed. So I just select, drag and drop this VTTP. So I select client, TK and UM, and Weblan. I select these 3 columns. So that's it. Now let's go for, let's join this. So in the join, what's the common columns? Client to client, delivery to delivery to delivery. Here I take right click, add all to output. Here I take only shipment. Frankly, weblen కూడా అవసరం లేదు మనకి. Did they ask you to take the weblen? No, right? There, weblen is used only for join. You don't need the delivery also, but okay, select it. If you want the next level, I'll remove it. Now these two tables will be joined with what's the next line? VTTK and join, right? Let's join with VTTK. So let's take a projection. Let's go with VTTK, MANDT, TK and UM is required. Because for joining VTTK dot TK and UM, here also the same TK and UM. Shipment number. Now let's go with what columns I needed from VTTK. So I go to this table instead of LIKP. I remove it. I select VT, TK, TK and UM already taken. TP, LST, DALBG, TP, LST, DALBG ship type. TP, LST ship type. Ona. What else? Alt ever cut off. DALBG, RPMOW, DALBG, DALBG. Yeah. I guess DISTZ కూడా కావాలనుకుంటా. Yeah, DISTZ is required, right? GSZT. Ship type is already taken. DISTZ, GSZT. So these two are taken. RPMOW. Here, right? BE1 underscore RP MOW. So first taken, second taken, third taken, fourth taken, fifth taken, then TD LNR, DATBG, DATEN, right? So again you have to select these three now. TD LNR, DATEN. Here DA, DATN, TDLNR. TDLNR is taken, DATN, DATBG. These two are taken, right? GASTZ is taken, right? GSZT is taken. Ship type is already there here only. So only thing left over is DATBG. DATBG. Go up, go up, go up. Here, DATBG. As again, all the dates required. So now let's join this with join to this is let's so join with VTTK now. What's a common column? Client to client, shipment number to shipment number. So here I take client, delivery, total weight unit. Shipment number, they asked to take it from here only, right? So I take the remaining column shipment number, distance. Selected the remaining columns. So what's the next step? So I have VTTK ready. What's the next step in it? Let's join with VTTS, fourth table. So number of joins is n minus 1. Number of tables minus 1. VTTS. So what I need from VTTS? VTTS loaded TK NUM, and from the table, SAP table, select VTTS. Okay, these columns I needed. So MADD, TK shipment number is common. Then select the columns DIS, TZ, FAZ, ZS, DIS, TZ. Same thing. Here DIS, TZ, FAZ, ZS, ZT. Three measures. Right? This is ZS, ZT, and FAH, ZT. The same thing. It's like a combination something. Again, DIS, TZ, FAZ, ZS, ZT. So again, it's a combination. So there's nothing else. These three required on there. Okay. Now let's make a join. Same key PS, and I'm taking from VTTK and VTTS both the tables. Same measures. So now let's take this join to the final aggregation now. Right? So the aggregation node, what are the measures you have? You add them as right click and say add them as aggregated column. Add as aggregated column. Distance is also right click, add as aggregated column. By default, they'll be taken as measures, and automated aggregation data will be added according to this distance. Add as aggregated column. CS safety, add as aggregated column. GS safety underscore one, add as aggregated column. two tables in this same distance. Okay, now let's say select the remaining stuff. Okay, so selected all the columns. These are as aggregated columns. By default, they'll be identified as measures. And so remaining, you just go for auto assign. It will be attribute. These are measures. So aggregation, by default, aggregation is summation. If you want to change it to max or min, it will show the max value, min value. It's like that. So and here for total weight unit, I just make it as, let's say, assign semantics. It's a automation total weight quantity with unit of measure. Fixed also like that. We going with anyway. GEW आएगा था. Right, weight unit. There you can say semantics assign. Okay, so that's it. Go to view properties. Let's make the client as task client. Hierarchy is nothing to provide variables and input parameters. They didn't ask anything, so I'm not giving anything. Let's validate. Let's activate. I'm not sure enough you get the data because join should work perfectly to get the data. Oh, your data. Super. So client is the delivery number, unit, shipment number, shipment type. Okay, for this is the data. Distance traveled, cross weight. It's clear now? So we joined those four tables and we created a secondary logistics model. Yeah. So you, same way you create normal and the data model. So I stop here. So given all the work, and the only thing pending is I'll upload the videos and I'll text in the WhatsApp group. So thank you all. Have a nice day. Okay.